Alright, in this video we're going to be discussing scapular motion or scapular issues. So in this phase of trying to get back function, the first phase of healing is going to be just trying to get back full range of motion. So for the scapula, it's going through our scapular cars. So if my shoulder at the sides, I'm shrugging up, forward, down, pinching back. If I am able to go through each motion with no pain, we're good with phase one. If, however, I get some pinching in any of these motions, so we're looking for closing angle pain. So if I'm moving forward, if I get any pinching in the front of the chest, if I'm moving back, if I get any pinching in the back, in between the shoulder blades, then we're kind of stuck in this phase one. So the two steps we're going to do is continuing just to move, number one, the body through these capsular cars, our regular cars, or our capsular cars. The capsular cars, you can kind of distinguish between this plane, this flexion extension plane, or this abduction plane. Abduction, adduction. So I'm going to work either depression and elevation of the scapula, or protraction, retraction, so forward or back in these two planes. So I'm just picking a couple degrees in each plane. So say here, and I'm just going to work up and down, up and down, up and down. And then you can do the same thing with this abduction, adduction plane. So up, down, so on and so forth. Again, never going into those painful. So that would be for elevation and depression, and the other one protraction and retraction. So same thing. I'm picking different angles and just moving in and out, range of motion. And then same thing for this plane. So moving the shoulder blade back and forth. Protraction, retraction. So that's the first exercise. The second would be these positional isometrics. So depending on which direction I'm getting pain, I'm gonna kind of stick to that one. So say I'll go over each of them. Usually it's going to be either with protraction or retraction. So holding forward or reaching forward, you're kind of going to get pain here, or pulling back, you're going to get pain in the back of the shoulder blade. This one's kind of more common, so I'll go over that one first. So for this one, you can use like a door frame or something to hold on to. Another one I like using is a block, and I'll probably show you the block one. So on all fours, I'm gonna try to bring my shoulder blade back as far as I can go until I get that pain. So say I'm coming here and I feel some pain here. I'm gonna back out of the stretch, so coming forward a little bit, and now I'm gonna do an isometric. So the stretch was bringing my shoulder that way, so the isometric is gonna be against the stretch. So I'm gonna start to, with my elbow locked out, try to bring my shoulder blade forward, so basically driving my arm through the yoga block. A couple seconds, 10 seconds, relax. And then we're just seeing if I can bring it back a little further. You can try a couple sets there. And again, so if you're doing it on the door, I'm going to use this as an example. So I'm going to walk forward, so I'm pinching my shoulder blade back. Let's do this. See my arm. So pinching the shoulder blade back. So let's say I got some pain right there. I'm gonna back out of the stretch a little bit. So come forward. And now I'm gonna try to drive my arm. So if this wasn't here, I'm trying to go through it. Trying to go through. A couple seconds, relax. See if I can bring my shoulder blade back a little more. So that would be for this retraction pain. Protraction would be the same thing. So if I'm getting pain here, I'm gonna do the same thing. So I'm going forward. I get pain, I back out a bit. So now the stretch was this way, I'm gonna pull. So I'm gonna try to bring the dowel, elbow locked out towards me. Couple seconds, relax. Now see if I can go a little further without any discomfort. You can try the same thing with this, maybe holding onto like a weight, or I'm putting it on the floor, like I have a dumbbell and I'm holding it there. The idea is we're doing something against an object that's not gonna move. So this isometric, meaning no movement. So that and depression. So say you're going down, you're feeling pain. So you would do the opposite. I'm gonna pull up on something. With this shoulder blade, a lot of these issues are gonna be connected to the neck, upper spine, and the shoulder itself. So at the same time you're doing these, please check out the glenohumeral joint, the shoulder joint, and your cervical and thoracic spine.